Viktor Gyokeres aiming to hit new Arsenal level after surprise Mikel Arteta claim. Gunners striker will attempt to replicate midweek Chelsea heroics as leaders travel to Nottingham Forest. After his goal and assist in Arsenal's 3-2 win over Chelsea in midweek, it was inevitable that plenty of the fallout would center around Viktor Gyokeres. Mikel Arteta's press conference on Friday offered more of the same, but also included a surprising line. Arteta said of Gyokeres, "He's been very consistent." Certainly, that is not how much of the football world has seen it. Gyokeres was signed for £64 million amid much fanfare in the summer, but his start to life at Arsenal has been slow, and questions have been asked over whether he is providing enough goals to lead the line for a club top of the Premier League table. The Swede has come through games lately with worryingly few touches of the ball, and with his hold-up play deemed by many to be lacking at the top level. It was with all this in mind that his performance at Stamford Bridge was so celebrated in Arsenal circles. Gyokeres's chant was sung constantly by the Gunners' fans, and there is a keenness to will him on. The 27-year-old repaid that faith to help give Arsenal their narrow lead heading into next month's Carabao Cup semi-final second leg tie back at the Emirates. Kai Havertz is back available now, and Gabriel Jesus has made an impactful return of his own in recent weeks. However, Gyokeres will be hoping to lead the line for Arsenal again when they face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground in the evening kickoff on Saturday. The Gunners intent on extending their 6-point advantage over Manchester City. Gyokeres has scored 8 goals in all competitions this term, but also gone on long runs without hitting the back of the net, including a 9-game drought between September and October, put to bed with 2 close-range finishes in the 4-0 Champions League win over Atletico Madrid. Has the former Sporting striker doubted himself at moments since arriving in North London? That was a question put to Arteta on the eve of the Forest game. "I haven't seen that," Arteta replied. "Obviously, he's a very demanding person. He knows the level that we need. He really wants to fulfill everything that we expect of him. He's been really trying, he's been very consistent, and I thought that against Chelsea he had a great game and scored the goal that helped us to win the game." Arteta had previously admitted Gyokeres would have to get used to the sort of scrutiny that comes with being the center forward for a club challenging for the biggest trophies. Well, for the rest of his career, Arteta offered by way of correction. "I think if you know what he's done in the last few years, you just set the standards that everybody expects you to maintain." Scrutiny, Arteta explained, is part of the expectations, but it's not only for Viktor. In Arteta's eyes, there's pressure on every number 9 in the league, in every top club. "We are pretty confident of catching Arsenal, to be honest," says City star. Tijani Reinders says Manchester City remain pretty confident of catching Arsenal in the Premier League title race. Manchester City head into their game at Old Trafford with the belief that Pep Guardiola's squad can catch Arsenal, despite the Gunners setting the pace at the top of the table, with Tijani Reinders insisting the biggest fixtures can quickly reshape things. "We are pretty confident of catching Arsenal, to be honest," Reinders said. "Winning trophies is why we are here. The Premier League is the big one, especially after missing out last season. We are really eager to reach that goal." Reinders added that the derby carries significance beyond local rivalry and said wins in matches of that scale can shift momentum. "Games like these are massive. If you win them, confidence grows, and momentum can quickly change." Arsenal are currently 15 points better off than they were after the same fixtures last season. Man City have 13 more, while Liverpool have 11 fewer. Mikel Arteta exclusive. Arsenal manager reveals mistake he made early in Gunners' tenure ahead of Nottingham Forest match in Premier League. Arsenal are out to continue their Premier League title charge when they face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground on Saturday, live on TNT Sports and Discovery+. The Gunners' boss Mikel Arteta spoke candidly about the key elements of his job in a conversation with Winchmore Hill manager Alex Lodge. The Spaniard revealed an early mistake and how he sets standards for his players. Mikel Arteta admitted he focused too much on the tactical aspect of the game after becoming Arsenal manager. The Spaniard was appointed in 2019 and has made his side consistent Premier League title challengers, but he acknowledged in an interview on TNT Sports with Winchmore Hill manager Alex Lodge, the emotional side of football is important. Asked if he has made mistakes, Arteta said, "At the beginning, the focus was probably too much on the tactical aspect, and that means you overload them with information. How important is the emotional part when you connect and understand how the player reacts better to your demands? That's when you touch the right button." Arsenal face Nottingham Forest in the Premier League on Saturday, live on TNT Sports and Discovery+, looking to continue their push for a first title in over 2 decades. The Gunners have established a reputation as a Mersey defensive unit and unerringly efficient set-piece takers, and Arteta revealed how standards are set from the top down. "Be clear what you mean with the standards," he said, "because standards, basics, habits, these can be very big words if they are not specific. So tell them exactly what you want from them. What is the standard? Is it just the hours? The standards you train with, how you react with body language, how you prepare for games? In the end, it's about the actions you take that represent those words." Arteta also discussed the qualities required to handle high-pressure games and to maintain strong runs of form. "The tendency from our perspective is always, when we're in this position, to look at the things we can improve. We should do this better. But sometimes I think we have to look at all the things we are doing so well that have taken us to where we are today, and make sure that we continue to do them. And we can add value with other things, great, but the players are doing so many good things if you are in the position that you are in. Make sure that they feel that, and that brings confidence, belief, and conviction." While Arteta is now regarded as one of the most adept head coaches in the Premier League, Lodge was keen to find out how he would fare as an amateur manager. "I don't know. I'm sure I would be as passionate as I am here for Arsenal, because I think that's something that comes from within. It doesn't matter the level," Arteta said. "Huge admiration when I see these kind of coaches and what they do. This authenticity and love for the game, it's what is beautiful to watch." How to watch Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal will be live on TNT Sports 1, TNT Sports Ultimate, and Discovery+. TNT Sports is available across all major TV platforms, offering a lineup of up to 4 TV channels: TNT Sports 1, TNT Sports 2, TNT Sports 3, TNT Sports 4, and up to 6 digital or red button channels: TNT Sports 5 to TNT Sports 10 and TNT Sports Ultimate, plus TNT Sports Box Office HD. Unai Emery moans about Arsenal again. Unai Emery has again moaned about Arsenal, claiming Morgan Rogers has been targeted by opponents and pointing to a challenge by Mikel Merino that he said should have resulted in a second yellow card when his team was thrashed 4-1 at the Emirates almost 3 weeks ago. Emery, whose team faces Everton at home on Sunday, said Morgan has become a target for opponents since emerging as a key player for Villa. "Morgan is very important for us, and sometimes they are trying to kick him and stop him, sometimes being close to a yellow card or red card," Emery said. At Arsenal, the foul by Mikel Merino on Morgan was a clear second yellow card. Villa have played 3 games since, but Emery seems stuck on December 30th for some reason. Emery also said the game is becoming more and more physical and suggested his squad would need to respond. "We need to adapt quickly to how football is changing," Emery said. "Morgan is a fighter and likes to fight with the defenders, but we need to be aware of how football is changing. There is more contact and fewer fouls. When we played Arsenal, there were a lot of duels, and the contact was so strong." After the game that saw Emery's side humiliated, the Arsenal manager rushed down the tunnel, refusing to wait to shake Arteta's hand. Then he lied about it. "I was waiting for him, but he was with his coaches," Emery claimed to Sky Sports. "Firstly, always go with the opponent coach. If he's not doing the same rule, I can't wait, but nothing happened. No issue for me."